Stolen Moments, the first 100 years of jazz, is really a jazz history program, but it's just as much of an American history program as it is about the art form.
Jazz is an American art form and very much reflects the democratic principles on which this country was founded. It is a product of the 20th century and clearly depicts the meteoric rate at which we've evolved and continue to evolve as a civilization.
The rate at which jazz evolved was just as astounding as the rate at which American culture evolved. So what we've really done is try to sort of parallel the history of jazz and make sure that it's somehow relatable to events in American progress through the 20th century.
Cars were bigger, cities were bigger, and the workforce was what? So, as you would have guessed, jazz bands were what? Bigger as well. In fact, this period from 1935 to 45 is referred to as the Big Band era.
It's just an amazing feat of accomplishments in terms of what we were able to create in such a short span of time. And so we like to sort of make reference to these things as a means to sort of demonstrate jazz music's place in America's cultural heritage.
America's urban centers were booming with theaters, nightclubs, cabarets, speakeasies, and dance halls, which of course all called for live music.
We always try to contextualize the music somehow to make it relevant to our audiences. As opposed to being somewhat mysterious and cerebral, we really just try to break it down and make it as relatable as possible. And that's really a big part of what we do.
I like a lot of jazz artists. I listen to jazz a lot. I thought it was great.
Oh yeah, I loved it. When they talked about the Great Depression and the assassinations of the Kennedys, how the music sort of got sad and eerie, and I loved how it really played out the emotions of what he was talking about.
Just the fact that they were able to see a full band with the backdrop of the history and the film behind it, I think it was a great opportunity for them. This was a great time. I appreciate everything.